Bless up YouTube, it's your boy HL with another video coming at you, and today it's all about verses. The combatants today are Yusuke Vs from Yu Yu Hakusho and Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. Now these two animes are animes that I've always hold dear due to the fact that their character development has always been epic. So let me start with their history, achievements, powers, and abilities. And you, my valuable listeners, will tell me the verdict of who would win this battle, and I'll announce it in my next video. Now let me start with my first fighter. His name is Yusuke Vs, and he's a 14-year-old student at the Sarayashiki Junior High School. He was always considered a mischievous kid and also depicted as a bully by the other kids at school. The only person that saw him as someone that was misunderstood was Keiko, who was always by his side. He later, however, saved a child from an out-of-control car, which led to his unscheduled death. This allowed him to meet Botan, the Grim Reaper, who later became his friend. Because his death was not prepared for within the spirit world, he was given an opportunity for him to reclaim back his life, as well as become a part of the team of Spirit World's detectives. He later on achieved this and went through some cases where he gained some friends such as Kurama and Hiei. This allowed him to create a team which included longtime rival and good friend Kuwabara. He also became Genkai's apprentice, which allowed him to get way stronger and accomplish a lot of his cases. In his final case as a spirit detective, it was revealed that he had dormant demon blood within his bloodline, which basically revealed him to be a half-breed demon. He then went to the demon world to reconcile this demon heritage and came back to the human world to marry his longtime friend and love interest Keiko. Let's talk on his powers and ability. In the beginning of the series, Yusuke was only strong enough to take on D and C class apparition. After completing his training with Genkai, he had enough spirit energy to take on apparitions of A class. When his second death and resurrection occurred, he had enough spiritual energy to be classified as a S class half-breed demon. His signature move was called a spirit gun, which was a massive blast of energy or ki which was concentrated through his index finger. He later learned other techniques such as the shotgun, which allowed him to release multiple energy blasts in different directions, similar to the pellets that came from an actual shotgun. He later learned the spirit wave technique, which was Genkai's signature move and her legacy. This allows the user to disperse energy from any parts of the body, as well as it can heal or destroy an opponent. He was a genius in battle, for he could come up with tactics in a fight very easily, not to mention his superb speed and strength that he had attained due to his many fights and his spiritual development. Go to a second fighter, Ichigo Kurosaki. He was a 15-year-old student at the Mishiba Junior High School. He then encountered Rukia, a soul reaper that was doing some business in the human world. In a particular encounter, Ichigo offered to help Rukia in her mission, and this allowed Rukia to transfer Reishi to Ichigo, in turn turning him into a soul reaper. However, this practice was forbidden. As a result, members of the Soul Society came to recover Rukia for sentencing, which almost killed Ichigo in the process. Ichigo then recuperated and gathered a group of his friends which had spiritual awareness to rescue Rukia after he was taught how to access his own soul reaper power. Ichigo eventually rescued Rukia, which allowed the Soul Society to find out who the true villain is, as well as Ichigo attained the rank of substitute soul reaper. Now let's go to powers and abilities. Now with Ichigo, it's an interesting case, because Ichigo's nature is of a soul reaper, a Quincy, and he's also holified. Ichigo was always praised for a Ryokai that had a very high spiritual pressure. He was able to reach the spiritual pressure of a captain before actually rescuing Rukia. He was considered a prodigy because he released his Bankai in the state of 3 days. And normally that takes someone from a soul society at least 50 years, and even then you have to be a part of the elite in order to release your Bankai. He has impressive strength and speed, especially after learning Flash Step. And in his holified state, he had a spiritual pressure similar to that of an Espada. He even surpassed such levels after learning his final form of his attack, the Getsuga Tensho. Now, with all that being said, I want you, my valuable listeners, to tell me who would win this battle. You can leave your comments down below, answer me on Twitter or on Facebook. The name of the pages will be in the description. So until then, safe travel upon the gravel. HL signing out.